Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel back with Sweetcore Brews, and this time we are with Kingsley, Chapter 2 of the Bewitched Express. So yes, where we left off last time is that Millie has brought Catalia and Landry to Kingsley's office because Millie suspects, and I also believe her, just given the context and details that we saw last time, that Landry has a curse. And the only one she knows who can really break it is Kingsley. So we're at his office right now, and we'll see what Kingsley thinks of it all. Let's just get into it because I am dying to know what is going to happen. Gently, I place a pink thermos on her lap. Here, drink this.
Oh, what is this? One of your teas?
Before I can even answer, she's already taking an eager sip.
Oh wow. That's so yummy, but what is it exactly? It's sweet and warm and oh.
Setting the thermos down, Catalia goes silent for a moment, then gives me a melancholic smile. There's something different about that smile, however, as the rest of her body goes lax while she stares off into the ceiling.
How are you feeling now? You know what today reminds me of? Back when Landry and I had been dating for about a year, he surprised me with this picnic in the forest. But by the end of it, he realized that he'd forgotten to bring something for dessert. I kept telling him that it was fine and that I was already full, but he insisted that he wanted to make sure I had something sweet. So at the last second, he found these sugar candies he'd left in his backpack. There were only like 7 of them, but I'll never forget how he scooped them up in his hand and dropped them into mine like they were falling stars. Huh. I miss picnics. I even miss the forest. I miss...
Catalea's voice drifts as her eyes begin to water, but right before a tear falls, she brings the thermos to her lips once more. I watch as Catalea's face fills with warmth, as if she's lost in a bittersweet dream, where the sadness has been brought up to the surface. But instead of bringing tears to her eyes, she instead gives Landry a fond look before turning back to her tea. She's calm now, but I'm not sure whether it was my just whelmed tea stewing anymore. It's not like I figured out how to brew true love in a bottle yet. Is that possible, though? To, tea craft true love? Who knows? Probably not. I'm sure you can approximate something, but it wouldn't be true love. Taking another sip, Catalea gives me a composed smile.
This is really delicious, Millie. Is this what you've been using the Pomacet strips for?
Yep, all 10 inches of it. Oh, Kingsley. Oh, what is this line? Already gushing about me to the new clients, Millie Blythe. At once, I look up to find Kingsley waiting by his door, smirking at me. With his eyes locked onto mine, he then summons Olive. Olive, Mr. Ford just called saying the documents were ready for pickup. Could you please collect them on your way back from lunch?
I very well can, sir.
Good. Take a longer lunch then. I don't think you'll be missing much if you take the extra minutes. He raises an eyebrow at me as Olive promptly starts to collect her things at her desk. Anyway, for the rest of you, please follow me. I rush over to help Catalea with bringing Landry to the nearest couch inside the pristine office. The whole time Kingsley keeps watching us from the corner of his eye, but he doesn't make a move. He merely waits until we have Landry resting his head on Catalea's lap while she continues downing my tea. Spotting the thermos, Kingsley finally raises an eyebrow at me. I was about to offer refreshments till I remembered that you're always one to bring your own, Millie Blythe. So, what's today's flavor? Just whelmed tea, to whelm the soul. There's some
chamomile, daisies, jellies, and my favorite, tropical flavored pommes in it.
You put rancid candies into a tea. You do know that the company that made those went out of business almost 20 years ago, right?
Relax, they're fresh, I promise.
Well, then I take it that's a conversation for another day. I'm sure you're all here for something other than discussing cavity-inducing rubbish. I sense that Miss Blythe has already gone out of her way to give introductions for me. So shall we move on to the most important part of this consultation, if there's no objections?
Not at all, Mr. Kingsley. But can I, ask, what exactly is it that you do?
Did you not make the appointment?
Just as the words leave his mouth, with just one look at me, he realizes his answer.
I see. Well, I think it's best we discuss the situation at hand before going into any tangents. For starters, how long has he been acting like this?
It's got to be at least 2 weeks by now, but to be honest, the days are starting to become a blur. The doctors haven't been able to find anything, and it just happened all of a sudden. Yet
he's still listening to everything we're saying, isn't he?
So, you've seen this before.
I watch as Kingsley silently walks over to Landry and starts inspecting him from head to toe. Kneeling down before him, he takes a light to Landry's sunken eyes and examines his gnarled, trembling fingers. What's his routine like?
That's the thing. He does work quite a lot, and it's gotten even worse lately. We own an online business together, and he also works the graveyard shifts elsewhere. I'm really thinking that it's all just getting to be too much for him, but he's also never been like this before. Only that he didn't have the shop to deal with back then, and there's a lot on it for us to keep trying to make it happen. Aside from that, I really can't think of anything else.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if he is overworked. At the same time, however, overworking oneself wouldn't produce this kind of effect. If his levels are normal and the doctors haven't suggested that he's suffering from a deficiency, then let me see something. Without warning, Kingsley sets 2 fingers on Landry's forehead till he begins to quake on his own. Just before he can lose his balance, Kingsley retracts his fingers as a shocked Catalea tries to bring Landry back into her lap. Wait! What did you do to him just now? Kingsley doesn't answer, yet his eyes travel to mine instead as a solemn look sets in between us. Oh no, so I was right. Landry is cursed.
Mr. Kingsley, aren't you going to tell me what's going on?
In the simplest terms, your partner here is dealing with a classic case of a stage 2 affliction. It's not lethal, but some people might debate that it's a fate worse than death. Worse than death.
What? But I don't understand. What does that have anything to do with this, and what does that even mean? He means that Landry was cursed by something.
Or, more like someone. Perhaps he himself may be able to enlighten you all once he's been remedied.
So you're saying he's been cursed? Like, literally cursed? As in magic? As in... Seriously, what is it that you do again?
Let's just say that you might be in need of my services after all. As he's only in the 2nd stage, it won't be hard to have him back within minutes. And that's only if you're opting for the express option, which is priced at 4,000.
So you're saying that you can cure him for 4,000 total?
Oh no, here it comes. Heavens, no. 4,000 is the add-on fee. The total cost of my services will be listed in my contract which I have ready for you now to review. Payment is to be made in full, and of course, I've included a couple additional sheets regarding your privacy rights, and for mine as well. As per my usual disclaimer, I'm also in no way affiliated with law enforcement, so please refrain from involving me from any subsequent investigations concerning your assailant. Any other questions can be answered by reading through my contract. The entire room goes silent, save for Kingsley parsing through a contract before handing it over to Catalea. Before she can take it from him, I swoop in and snatch the contract first. Excuse me, that's not yours for you to review, Miss Blythe. How do you know that it isn't? Now, hold on, I'm trying to review the pricing here. Catalea continues to wait in bated breath for me as I skim through the first part of the contract. Then, as I flip to the second page... Wait, this is your fee? Before the express option. What if they can't opt for express? Then I'd say I could have him ready in about 3 to 10 days. The third section should have both pricing options for your viewing pleasure. I turn to look over at him, only for him to smirk back. As if knowing what awaits me, I warily turn to the next page. Huh? Wait, why does this option cost even more? If you read the description, there's additional fees for quarantining and handling the afflicted throughout the remedy process. I'm not that savage either, Miss Blythe. But that's only when they're paying, right? Kingsley looks at me, yet before he can say anything, Catalea sets her hands right down on his desk. I don't need to see that contract to know that it's going to take a lot to cure my boyfriend. So, is there really no way you let me do a payment plan, Mr. Kingsley? Both of our gazes are now on Kingsley as he sits back in his seat, deep in thought. Well, if you would look at the 5th page of my contract, it clearly states that I take payment in full. No exceptions. You're not serious, are you, Kingsley? I'm sorry, but what was it about my contract that makes you think this is a joke? Surely you had to know what my services go for you to consider me as an option, did you not? I knew you charged a lot, but I wasn't expecting you to be so pig-headed about it either. Catalea's literally offering you exactly what you're asking for, but just in payments. As I've already said, I only take payments in full. No except... Could we just go somewhere else and talk about this for a moment? Catching Kingsley's attention, I motion over to one of the other doors in his office. Is this really the time for you to start playing games already? Just like you want me to take you seriously, I need you to do the same right now. So, can we please just go find a corner? If that's what the princess demands. Oh no, don't even start. And here, I thought that was a certain astrologer's nickname for you. I suppose, however, that when I call you that, it has a certain different kind of flavor to it, doesn't it? Taking a step back, I notice Catalea still waiting by the couch, trying to live off as much tea as there is left inside the thermos. I really should have brought a whole jug's worth for today. Losing patience, I take Kingsley by the hand and start pulling him towards the nearest door. I don't even have to tell you to lead the way, do I? I refuse to glance up at him, already well aware of the cat-like smirk that's been growing on his face since the moment I touched him. The second we head inside the room, I let go of him at once, except he's still smiling. Now, I think we really need to talk about this. You're going to have to be more specific, as it appears we have another situation worth addressing between us, don't we? We have business to talk to, Kingsley. You know which one I'm here to talk about. We really just left the room just a second ago. You're still not being specific enough. Kingsley, that couple is suffering out there. There's got to be some way you can help them. Of course there is. All they have to do is pay exactly as explicitly detailed in my... But you know they can't afford it in one go. They're struggling even more because Landry can't work right now. Don't think I don't understand the situation here, Millie. But I think you're forgetting that I don't run a charity, nor do I make it a habit of going against my policies whenever I just feel like it. Even you must have to have at least some exceptions. If they're not listed in my stipulations, then you're not guaranteed anything.
Ugh, is he really going to be such a stick in the mud about this? Well, if that's what he wants, then two can play this game.
There's got to be one nice bone in your body? I don't know. Also, like, how long would I, like, Millie have to work as a maid if we pick the first option? And the other one is like, I guess it's fine. I want to go for the third one.
There's got to be one nice bone in your hot body. Come on, Kingsley. There's got to be one nice bone in your hot body.
Oh, but there is. Stop. I didn't even realize that when I picked that, so whatever. As a matter of fact, it's located in a prime spot along my said hot body. I'd be happy to point it out to you if you like, or give you a demonstration if you need further confirmation.
Smirking, Kingsley pretends to stretch his fingers before taking my hand and bringing it flat against his chest. Then, he slowly begins to bring my hand down lower and lower, till suddenly I glance up at him, snickering right at me. Kingsley, enough with the jokes. I'm really trying to be serious with you about this.
And you don't think I was being serious just now? You seem to be in need of some dire reassurance, so I'm happy to oblige.
You know the point I was trying to make, and it has a whole lot less to do with what's lurking in your pants.
Oh, but it clearly does have to do with the fact that my body is hot. Isn't that right? So, you really do like my body, don't you? Really now, which part of it do you like best?
Kingsley, you can't be serious.
I thought you were just going on about the fact that I wasn't taking you seriously. Well, here I am now, willing to give you the center stage to enthuse about my anatomy. By all means, I'd be more than happy to turn this show and tell up a notch or two. Now, tell me what exactly makes you deem my body worthy of your standards. I mean, you do have a nice body from what I can tell. I literally did not think it was gonna go this way, but here I am. Is it the muscles on my arms or abs? Or are you just assuming from my visible physique that the rest of me could hold you up without having to use my hands?
He knows what he's doing, and yet he refuses to stop. It doesn't help that my face is hotter than a phoenix right now, though I can't seem to bring the heat down even when I try to look away from him. On second thought, I'm starting to doubt if that bone of yours is really as nice as you think it is. I'd beg to differ, though I suppose there's only one way for you to find out. Yet if I remember correctly, that's not why you came all this way here. That's not what you came all this way here for, right? What if I said that maybe that was one of the reasons why I did, before you killed that idea just a few seconds ago? Well, to that, I'd say, I don't think I've necessarily killed the idea out of your mind. I'm quite sure I've only made it stronger, especially now that you're merely inches away from touching it yourself. Touching it for yourself. Kingsley, please, can you at least just try to focus and figure out something with me? I don't see why you can't make an exception for this one time when they're still willing to pay. As I said before, I'm not a charity, nor am I a hospital. An aspiring business owner like you should at least be able to understand why I've set clear rules in trying to avoid this exact situation. It's just one exception, Kingsley. And one exception will lead to another, then another. Until what?
till my inboxes are full of people with their sob stories about how they should be entitled to be remedied for free. I'm not telling you to do anything to help them for free. It's still a matter of principle, Millie. I know you understand all this, yet you're refusing to accept it. It's not like I don't know that you have something to gain from all this, too.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
Rancid candies. Online business. Although, now I know why they're not so rancid enough for you to toss into your teas,
Without hesitating, I shoot a glare at him. You really think that's why I'm helping them at all? Is that seriously what you think?
I don't think it's your only reason, but you do gain quite a benefit out of bolstering your business once this is all said and done. You're unbelievable for stating the facts.
Rather than trying to defend the fact that you're so callously willing to let a couple suffer, just so you can stick to your policies and feel like a big man while doing it. You really want to know what I think about your policies? Between you and me, you can just take those policies and shove them up your slick. Suddenly, there's a frantic knock on the door. Millie, come quick. I think there's something wrong with Landry.
Oh no, we don't get to find out until the next chapter. Oh no, what's happening to Landry? But we do get to play a little fun team game. Okay, we need lemons. Lemons. Is Kingsley not really going to help out? I'd be sad if he did do that. Oops. Okay, we got water. We need more lemons. Okay. Surely but slowly, we're getting there. I like this game. I mean, I've always liked games like this, so it's nice to be able to play them here. More lemons. Oh, actually, maybe we do this one. No, oh, I already used it. There you go. Now we got water. I wonder though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not really against the game at all, but I think in the other games I've seen, it's like nice when you have like lists of things outright on the like from the get-go, like of items that you need. So like instead of seeing one by one here like we do that we need lemons and then like water droplets, maybe it could be nice to have like a list format. So I already know like, okay, I need 20 pieces of these water tiles and 20 pieces of lemon, just for better strategizing. It's not really like important, but that's what I was just thinking about when I have played these other types of what do you call that, games. Oh, my thing is not working. Why is it not going? Is it back to the struggle? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'll have to cut if I have to. But it was just working a second ago. There we go. Oh my goodness, I'm stuck. I have to be a little bit more forceful when doing this with my like trackpad. I don't know why though. Oh. But yeah, okay. So surely, but I'll probably have to just speed this part up. And then you don't have to see me struggle for how many extra minutes. But I can't get this water to go to the right or the left. Or this feather to go to the right. Oh, no. It's easier for me to do up and down rather than left to right. But yeah, no, that was interesting. I'm hoping that Kingsley will have change of heart or something, but it doesn't seem like he will. But then, like, it's not like Catalia wouldn't want to do payment plans. She just can't afford it at the moment. Like, it's willing to pay, obviously. Oh my goodness. So I hope Kingsley can see reason.